easy paleo, gluten, and dairy-free cooking show with me. I'm JJ Flizanes. Are you on Instagram? Do you love getting inspired by pictures of food? Want to see what I'm cooking behind the scenes before they make it to the show? Follow me on Instagram. Today's show, homemade salad dressing. I am thrilled to be having our Tasty Tuesday in Jeanne Peters' kitchen. Today is the first day that we've had a guest, chef and cook and registered dietitian on Tasty Tuesday, so I'm really excited to be here. And obviously I've known you forever. She's like another mom to me.
Oh,
so
it's good to be here. It's good to be here.
She will impart so much wisdom on us today. And if you haven't heard her on one of the other shows, Jeanne's been one of probably the most interviewed guests on a Wellness Wednesday. So make sure to check out fittolove.tv or go to iTunes so you can listen to Jeanne's words of wisdom. But we're going to get started in our homemade salad dressing. So Jeanne, what are we making today?
Well, you know, I have to say I love salads. I always have, and I was really, as I start to learn more about the different oils that are in salad dressings, I'm really shocked that it's hard to find, even at like Whole Foods or Sprouts or some of the, you know, better stores, find a good dressing that doesn't have some of these oils like soy oil or cottonseed oil or soybean oil. So we just wanted to go ahead and show you how simple it is. So once you learn how to do this, you will never ever go buy salad dressings from a grocery store again because it's so easy and it's cheaper.
And if you're wondering, well, why wouldn't I want to use cottonseed oil or soybean oil? Make sure to listen to Jeanne's show, What Oil Am I Supposed to Use? It's on a Wellness Wednesday, and you're going to learn a lot, and you're probably, unfortunately, going to be throwing out a lot of oils. So let's get started with the healthier oils.
Right. So I wanted to show you, first of all, I'm going to give you, for some of you that are maybe thinking, I don't want to spend and use a lot of ingredients for my first time, let's just go, we're going to make a cup of dressing, all right? Okay. So if you have like a little pint jar, something with a lid that, you know, can allow you to shake this dressing real quickly, this is what we're going to use. And here's like, for those of you that don't like to use and measure, I'm one of those people, if I can just show you like how to put your oil and your vinegar in just as your base, you won't have to worry about using extra equipment because I'm lazy. I don't really want to have to go ahead and like do a bunch of things in the sink afterwards, and so
we like easy.
Yeah, easy.
This show's about easy.
Right. Yeah. So the first thing I'm going to put in is my oil. So when it comes to oils, obviously, you know, your olive oil is fantastic, and just a little tip on olive oils or any oil that you might use as the base of your dressing. You want to get something that says cold pressed or expeller pressed, something in which you're not using chemicals to extract the oil. So I'm going to be using this 100% organic virgin olive oil, but I could also be using something like, this is a sunflower and red palm oil, something you probably haven't seen a lot. That bright red color is related to the red palm fruit. The palm fruit is just something really loaded with antioxidants, so that when you're going ahead and using this dressing, it's very light, it doesn't have a strong flavor, so it works and marries really well with, let's say, maybe some of the other background ingredients that you want to put in, like if you were going to be using some citrus or some unusual herbs. So this one, a lot of benefits we can talk about a little bit later. Macadamia nut oil, very bland, very plain. Avocado oil, a nice oil that holds up really well, it stores really well. So any of those would be good carrier oil. So let's start with my olive oil. We'll put it into the jar. I'm going to put it in about halfway. So we're using approximately ½ a cup. And typically the ratio when you're making your dressing is ½ a cup of oil, and then it's about ¼ cup of vinegar, all right, or some kind of an acid. So we'll get to that in a moment, but I want to give you a little tip. I am somebody that does not like to take pills. If I can get less pills in my diet, it's a better day. So I don't really like taking omega-3 fatty acids in a pill form. I prefer to do it in a liquid form. So one of the little things that sometimes I'll do when I make my dressing is to put in a tablespoon or two of like an omega-3 fish oil. And this one's unique in that it doesn't taste like fish. This is one that actually has a lemon flavor, so it's got a mild taste, and a good company that produces a good oil, it's not going to taste fishy. So I always will add this because it's just an easy way for me. So put in about a tablespoon.
Can I smell it? Just,
yeah.
I want to make sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
very mild, you know.
It actually doesn't smell like fish at all.
A good company, when you're choosing a fish oil, will oftentimes put, like, this has got a little lemon in it, but if they've extracted it properly, it's going to taste neutral, and that's what you want. So you could put this in and you wouldn't know it, but you'd be marrying two different types of fats together in a way that would give you the combination for what your body really wants. Now let's put some acid in here, and I've got a couple to choose from. I'm lucky that, you know, we have a lemon tree, so I've always got fresh lemons, but this just happens to be the season where citrus is just really beautiful. So I could put in some blood orange, which, you know, is fantastic. So blood orange is a little sweeter. It tends to be, makes for a nice dressing if you were putting it on bitter greens. So
like
lemon,
arugula.
yeah. So let's just put that, let's put this blood orange, and we're gonna put, again, just half as much liquid from the vinegar or juices as we would our oil. So we're gonna put in like about 1/4 cup.
I love that little contraption.
Yeah, so there we go. Now, I'm somebody that, you know, I like things a little bit more vinegary. If I wanted to, I could put another dash of vinegar in there. But if you're not, just go lighter. You can always add more. Here's what you want to do. You want to make sure that you put something that's going to mix those two together. Since oil and fat, I mean oil and water don't mix, you put in like about a smidgen or about a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. That's what's going to marry those two together and make it creamy. And then, you know, a little bit of sea salt I'm using right now, a real salt. You know, sea salt has got way more nutrients and minerals than just plain old table salts. We're just putting in a teaspoon.
And can we talk about that for just half a second? Just give a little, tell people about salt. People that go, oh, I'm not supposed to, I blow up and I get inflamed when I have salt. Can you just tell everyone not to be so afraid of salt and the difference between and why they may be getting all puffy and think that salt's bad for them?
It's a great question. And you know, salt is one of the things that's like a carrier of life. Like, you need salt to help maintain like the beautiful balance between all of your electrolytes. And so we need a little bit, but where it really makes a difference is if we can get the sea salt. There's like 67 different minerals found in the sea, or in, you know, it's like the Great Lakes, like Salt Lake. You're getting a lot of minerals, and those minerals, just even in that homeopathic dose, can really help to just like regulate the body processes in a way that really supports our health. So whenever you can make a little shift towards getting the sea salt, okay? So we added like 2 pinches of that, and then just shake it up. So, you know, it's already like
creamy.
It's already like dressing. So that's fast, you know? So now you've got a dressing that you can use just as it is. Mm-hmm. But if you were somebody that you wanted to go ahead, you're a little creative, and throw and chop some herbs or maybe a little bit of garlic into it, whatever fresh herbs that you have on hand, or if you had some dried herbs, you could just put that in, and that's going to continue to flavor it. But this, just as it is a dressing that, you know, you can see, JJ, let's take a look. Let me try to taste that. It's pretty thick already.
It does. You didn't even put that much mustard in it.
Yeah, so go ahead and take a little. See if you like the sweetness of that.
Well, I love the blood orange. That's just, well, it's beautiful and it's gorgeous. And I love that I'm getting the palm oil in, because I haven't seen this. I have it in solid form. And I haven't seen it in liquid form, so I'm gonna go.
So it's a little bit of sunflower. Sunflower oil is a great oil. It's too common. We didn't actually use this one. We just used the olive.
Oh, we didn't use it.
But you could use it. It's okay.
I was so focused on that oil. I was so focused on, wow, I can't wait to get that oil, that I didn't notice it. And because this is orange, I'm like, oh, of course we used it. No, we didn't use it. Okay. So we just used olive oil, and the fish. You know, I don't even taste this. I don't even taste fish. That's amazing. And because you know, if there's any pill I tell people to take, it's fish oil. And so for people that don't want to take fish oil, this is a great substitute. It doesn't taste like fish at all.
Right.
It's great.
Now this one, to me, I used you know, maybe 1/3 as much liquid as I did oil. So if I wanted to, I could put in another tablespoon of vinegar, and I'm going to just show you what I'm using. Always great to have apple cider vinegar around, folks. This is just a great basic. I love the company Bragg's. They've been around for like almost 75 years. This is a raw vinegar, so there's actually a little mother that's in here, a little mother that actually helps to convert any leftover wine or any leftover, you know, juice into vinegar, so it works for you. And those little extras make a difference in your digestion. So anytime you have raw vinegar, you're getting a lot of enzymes, JJ. And if there's anything that we know with our diet, a lot of us are just not digesting our food well. If any of you frequently after dinner feel bloated, or you feel like you're puffy, or you just feel like things aren't going from the upper part of the stomach down into the small intestine, chances are enzymes could be your friend. So we just added another tablespoon of that so you can taste it. If you feel like I want something that's a little more acidic, that would be a great acid. So there we are.
Would you add, now it was very sweet, would you add any more salt or any more herbs to it if you wanted?
Absolutely. You know, I mean, we didn't even start. I mean, you can just chop up, you know, a couple little herbs in here. You could blend this in your blender, but you know what? I'm lazy. I don't even want to do that. So I just use a little scissor and just chop things up this way. You know, we could a little tail over there. We can just chop all that. And now my jar is, you know, the jar that I'll just stick back in the refrigerator when I'm finished, and I just pull it out when I need to. But now we've got a little dill in there.
Yeah,
so,
no, it's beautiful.
So let's just have you try that and see what you think, because now we have a little bit more vinegar. See what you think.
It's still really mild, but it's lovely. It's great.
Yeah. So
I might sprinkle a little bit of salt just because I want that. I like the salt, but
beautiful.
And it adds a little kick.
This is your template. You start with this, folks. Start with this, and let me tell you, you do this, you'll be hooked, because it only took us what, you know, from start to finish. We weren't yakking away.
Right. Love the conversation.
Like maybe a minute. So you know, it takes less time to make this oil than it would be to go into the grocery store and find your favorite dressing. So you can do this. You can do this. So
try it. If you use a different ingredient than we've used, come onto the site and let us know how you liked it. FitToLove.tv. Thank you so much. Enjoyed today's show? Want more right now? Come on over to FitToLove.tv and check out our Tasty Tuesdays for more easy paleo, gluten, and dairy-free cooking.